Okay. I'm live. If you're watching on the replay, give me a hashtag replay. This is part of my 30 days of going live. And you know what? I started this 2 days ago and yesterday. So I went live 2 days ago and then yesterday, I don't know if I forgot or I think I was just busy with my kids. I'm a mom of 4, if you don't know who I am. And I kind of forgot to go live, but I have just been doing a lot of thinking lately. And if there's anything I can encourage you to do, if you want to be a better person, you want to be better at your job, you want to be better at your business, just do some freaking thinking. Okay. And this is one thing that I've been thinking about a lot today lately. And maybe it was because of this masterclass I went to earlier with Whitney Barbary. And if you're watching this, hey, Whitney, God, just a lot of thoughts about finding your voice in business. And I wrote a long post up on the start of this live. If you're watching live, give me a hashtag live too. I always love to see who's watching, but I posted a long kind of post in the live description, so hopefully you'll be able to go up there and see it. But I only wanted to go live for just a few minutes, and hopefully over the next 30 days, I'm doing this 30 days of live, more a challenge for myself because I have just been doing a lot of thinking lately. And like I was saying earlier, if you guys aren't thinking in your business, so good content, you guys, good. If you want to be a thought leader, you want to start a movement, you've got to share your thoughts. You've got to find your thoughts. What are your thoughts? Your thoughts are your voice, your message. Okay, find your message. Not the message of another coach, not the message that somebody a long time ago told you that you need to have some idle client avatar. That's not your message, okay? Especially if you're brand new to any kind of business realm, you do not need a niche. And I will tell you, it will probably help you not to have a niche. You have got to go work, especially if you're in the coaching realm, service-based entrepreneur. It's mostly who I work with. You don't need a freaking niche yet until you've gone out there and worked with actual human beings, unless you have been working with humans for a long time and you know the heart of humanity and you know who you want to help and you have a lot of thoughts on different things, right? But you've got to find your voice, not the voice of another coach, not the voice of your mom, not the voice of your dad, not the voice of your spouse, not the voice of, somebody at church, not the voice of anybody else, but you've got to find your voice, your thoughts. That part of you that is unashamed. We all have that part, right? It's the thoughts we think deep down, but we think if anybody ever heard me say that, they would judge me to hell and back. You have any of those kind of thoughts? Just share them, because here's the thing. Most people, no, not most people. A lot of people share those same kind of thoughts. Right? Like on anything about business. If you're a business coach, if you're a coach, share your thoughts about your life, about if you're a mom, share your thoughts about children, about the way, if you homeschool, share your thoughts about it, not just thought that that everyone will like. That's not the point. It's when we try to please other people. It's when we have this fear of people not liking us. This fear of being rejected, right? We got to get rid of that fear first. And if you need help getting rid of that fear, that's what coaching is for. And I am a life and business coach, and I can help you with that. But what are you holding back? What are you holding back, right? Stop consuming information. Stop going on Clubhouse and listening to people for hours and hours and hours. You are finding their voice. You are listening to their voice. Find your own voice. Some people don't even know what that is. What are you holding back? Who is that part of you that has ideas, that has deep thoughts, that disagrees with the majority of the room? Where is she? Where is she hiding deep down inside? Go find her, or him if you're watching this on my profile or on YouTube. I know I'm streaming this into YouTube, thankfully, through StreamYard. But your personality, your authentic self. We were talking about this today in my group coaching program, the Inner Circle, but we were talking about finding your authentic self. And one of my clients was sharing how, she felt the desire to be a certain way with people because she's been interacting with a lot of people lately. And she said she felt this desire to be a certain way, but she knew deep down, like, that's not her, right? But there was a part of her that was trying to people please, right? Because that was the people that were coming. She was trying to people please the people. She said, no, she is unashamed of how she is. She's a little, not brash, she's just very strong personality, and I love her for that. And I told her, not everyone's going to like it, and that is okay. So if you're sassy, be sassy. If you're cool and calm and collected, and that is you, then be that person. Don't try to be the sassy person. Because the people that you attract when you're sassy, they're going to be sassy too. But if that's not who you are deep down, guess what? You're going to feel unaligned. You're going to feel weird a little bit, right? Be your true, authentic self. Go try to find her if you need help. That's what I help my clients with. So again, if you think you're hilarious, then go with it. Who cares what people think? There will be people out there that find you hilariously funny. They are your people. This is how you find your people. You have to find yourself first. If you are that deeply empathetic person, you just feel what other people feel, and there are a lot of people hurting, and you feel led to connect with those people because that is like a piece of who you are. Guess what? Go do that. Don't go be a business coach just because you think that because you can wave around some ROI that people are going to want to buy from you. It does not work that way. There are plenty of authors. There are plenty of people out there that sell all different kinds of things, and people buy from them, for their voice, for their, oh yeah, she gets me. I think those same things too. You want to be that kind of person? Then share your thoughts. Go find them. You're keeping yourself small. You're keeping yourself small mostly from fear what other people think. Fear what other people think. It's so funny. I always like to think, if I was on a deserted island, would I share this out in the open? And if it's yes, then I'm learning to share that. Just share it. Make a post on social media. Go share it with your friends, or go share it with somebody. Well, social media is the easiest way to do this, especially if you're in the business realm. But go share it on social media, right? You're keeping yourself small mostly from fear, and it's keeping you from a life of joy, of peace, of feeling free. And some of us, it traps it. I know it used to do this for me, trapped me in depression and anxiety because I thought I had to be a certain way because everyone else was telling me I should do this and I have to do that and you need to do this. And deep down, I was like, that's not what I'm feeling led to do, right? You ever felt that way about just anything? Fill in the blank. It doesn't matter. About parenting, about your spouse, about relationships, about, whatever. You just knew deep down, like, that's not true. I don't care what you say. But here's the thing, when we do still care what other people think sometimes. And that's where the anxiety and the depression and the oppression can come in, right? We got to find our voice. You're keeping yourself small by stuffing that voice down deep down. And so get rid of the shoulds in your life. This is one of the words that I'm trying to delete out of my life right now recently, because you should do this. You need to do that. You have to do that. And I just remember who freaking says, right? People tell you that you should do marketing in a certain way. You need to be DMing people. You have to have an ideal client. You have to do all these things. And I'm just like, no. And it's more to the point where people that do say that all the time, I just think, where are they getting that information? Who told them that they should? Because usually that's what's going on, right? Or, when people tell you that you should parent a certain way or raise your kids a certain way, people tell you that you have to conform. You have to conform to my church's way of thinking. You have to conform to the group think. You have to send your kids to school. How will they ever learn? And then that doubt starts creeping in your mind, and you're like, well, what if they're right? But then you start to put the dots together and you're like, well, maybe that's not true. And some of us are brave and we go against the norm, right? In school, that's just one issue. And that's a whole other topic that I will talk about another day. For those who don't know me, I'm very against school or just jobs in general, but let me move on. Or, people that tell you that you have to conform. Like I just said this, but fit inside of a box, want to label you. Right? Whoever here has been given a label and told that there's something wrong with you because you have the label. I've been there very recently. I'm like, no, I do not have a label, right? I think I just snorted. Because guess what? Guess what? These people that say this through no fault of their own, like I don't want to accuse people like this, like they're awful and bad. It's through no fault of their own. They're just fit in the box too. But guess what? They don't actually believe that they should either. They're just kind of repeating what other people think, and maybe they are doing the should. Well, I should do this, right? But you see the results in their own lives, like they're still not getting results, whatever results is, either a happier life, more money, they're still spinning their wheels, whatever it is. It's like, who are you to tell me what I should be doing? Or even the people that maybe are getting results, you think, okay, they're getting results, but why do they sound arrogant? Right? Why is their energy off? Why is it like pushy or whatever? And it repels a lot of people, right? It's because they think that they should be doing these things to keep it up, to keep the momentum up. And it's not true. But they've convinced themselves it is because, God knows that if anybody knew deep down that that's not actually what they want to be doing or what they should be doing or whatever, right? Because somebody told them they have to do it a certain way. It's all just a bunch of blind leading the blind. That's why it's so important to find out who you are. So let me tell you, you want to make a lot of money? Yeah? Find your voice. Start a movement. Go against the status quo, against the grain. Whatever the majority is telling you, do the opposite. That's what I'm noticing. I've been studying this lately. Like I've always been, not always, in the last 5 to 10 years, been a studier of humans. I don't have a degree in psychology and all that. Like, again, I don't believe that you have to go to school to learn a lot about people and how they think and why they do things, and especially as groups as a whole, like what are they thinking? Why would they do something, and all of it. And so I've just been thinking, about humans lately and how, especially when it relates to business, because I am mostly a business coach, even though I am venturing into life coaching now, because it's something that fascinates me and I would just love to work with humans in general. But I've always been a studier of the human brain and how it works and our thoughts and our minds. And so really studying this has helped me, I believe, to become more intuitive with the way people think. And again, why they do things and why they buy stuff and why they don't. And and people, here's the thing, you got to find your voice and when you share your voice, not everyone will understand, but there will be some that do. And the ones that do are your people, right? Share your thoughts. Share your deep down thoughts about whatever, parenting, relationships, jobs, careers. I don't know. I'm just thinking of things, books of whatever that you do, horses. I'm just thinking of things that are, relevant to our lives, right? In my life right now or lately. But share your thoughts. Even if you have to do it with fear and trembling, do it anyway. That's where confidence is born, is rooted. And you might surprise yourself. You may get naysayers. You may have people that unfriend you who don't understand. But you want to make a lot of money? Find your voice. Start a movement. Go against the grain. Will everyone understand? Hell no. That's okay. It's okay. You don't have to have a whole lot of people understand, right? Just a few, and they are going to love you. And the more you share, the more confidence you build, the more confident of a leader that you become. People will resonate with that. They will want more of it. They will want to be in your space, in your creative space, because that's all good content is. It's just your thoughts. Sharing your thoughts on your phone or on your computer keyboard or going live like me. I did both. I shared my thoughts written and live. That's kind of my thing. I love going live. I believe that's my magic. But here's the thing. Do what you feel led to do. Listen to that still small voice. Listen to her, find her, let her out, unleash her, let her go. And I'm not saying you have to go out and be arrogant and pushy and no, that's not what I'm saying. Just share your thoughts on things you will garner a movement. Go look at all the influencers out there, how they started, the people making money, the coaches who they're very authentic. They have their own voice. They have the thousands and thousands and thousands in their Facebook groups, and they're making a ton of money. And they have a voice of some kind. They have found it and they unleashed it, and people are resonating. Okay, people are trying to copy them, but here's the thing: you can't copy that, because when you do, it comes out weird, because that's them and you're you, and you can't copy that. Does that make sense? So find yourself. You're spunky, wild, or calm, collected, kind, whatever it is, pink hair, blue hair, right? Start a movement. People need you. Because when you share your thoughts and your voice, it gives other people permission to do the same thing. And then you see your little disciples be born, and then they're sharing their voice, and it's an incredible thing. And now you're finding somebody else, helping somebody else find their confidence as well. And then another person, and then they tell people, and then they refer others, and now you have a full email list or a full client roster for people who want to be coached by you. They need to be in your space. They want your thoughts, to get paid for your thoughts. Who would have thought something like that would be possible in today's day and age? But it is true. I mean, that's why we buy books, isn't it? We're just paying for somebody's thoughts that we resonate with, that we love. But here's the thing: they found their voice. You got to find yours. Stop consuming, start producing, and be part of the movement.